I uploaded 383 YouTube videos across 5 different channels, all in 1 year. And here's what I learned. Breaking it down, that's 287 long form videos and 96 shorts across the 5 YouTube channels. And this was the video that started it all. I sat in this very room and decided that I was going to go all in on YouTube. How did I find the time to even do all of this? How many views and subscribers did I get? And should you upload to YouTube too? I'm going to answer all this and more. Let's talk time. How did I find the time to make YouTube videos? And this is the biggest challenge that I had to face when starting to go all in on YouTube. And I came up with 4 tips that helped me overcome this. Tip 1 is to look at your schedule and find points of free time. And that way we know how much time we have to work with on making videos. Now, it doesn't matter how much time that is. It could be just 10 minutes. It could be an hour. It could be 4 hours. But step 2 is to lock that time in. This is your dedicated time. Your time to plan videos. Your time to write down your thoughts. Your time to record and edit those videos. Now, you don't have to do all of these things in just that one day. You can spread these tasks out over the days whenever you have free time. Make it realistic. And part of making it realistic is keeping it simple, and that's tip number 3. Make things as simple as possible. The way that I kept things simple was I just put my camera down and I press record and I spoke to the camera and I uploaded it with no editing, and this allowed me to actually start making videos, because the thing that stopped me was that barrier to entry. Having to set up and plan and record all of these different shots and make the videos ever so complicated, and it does not have to be the case. Just start by talking to camera, make things as simple as possible, and you might actually stand a chance of finding the time to do it. Number 4 is actually stick to your word. If you say you're going to do it, then do it. And a lot of the time, you don't feel like making a video. You won't feel like that at all when you start, because you haven't built up that motivation to do it by doing it day in, day out. So stick to what you say you will do. And the longer that you keep up doing it, the easier it will become to just get up and make a video. So let's talk about views and subscribers. How many did I get across this year of going all in? Well, I got 142,000 views on this channel alone. And I got 655 subscribers. And I actually started generating ad revenue. And across those months that I've had ad revenue, £38.36. And across every single channel that I have made, I have got 187,000 views, 1,210 subscribers. And let's look at the 142,000 views that I got on this very channel. Well, most of those views actually came from a select few videos. Most of my videos only got about 100 views or less. And that's the same across all 5 of my channels. Only a very select few of those videos are actually the videos that get you the views and the subscribers. So most of what I've made has hardly been seen. And I'm going to break this down further in just a moment, because now I'm going to talk about what I've learned over this year of making YouTube videos. So first of all, I have learned to improve my communication skills. Making videos every week makes you a better speaker on camera. I'm getting practice that I was not doing before. If you roll back a year and just look at a video that I uploaded that I mentioned at the start of this video, my communication skills are very lacking. So if anything, above all else, learning improved communication skills is something you can take anywhere in life. You can take it to new jobs. You can take it to relationships. You can take it to making friends. And I think this is one of the biggest benefits to starting to talk on camera. Now, the next thing that I've learned is that there will be ups and downs. And this is with anything in life, but especially so with YouTube. And from what I've seen and experienced, it's mostly downs. And there will be ups, but the ups are few and far between, and you kind of get attached to those ups. For instance, when I make a video and it gets a lot of views and you see the analytics start pumping and you think, this is the new normal. This is the amount of views that I should be getting. But I was wrong, because shortly after, those views will go back down to baseline and you will be back down. And it will feel crushing, because I got used to those views. You may get used to seeing those numbers. Now they're much lower. But just know that at some point it will spike again. But be prepared for another down. And with those downs comes great emphasis on just sticking with it. You never know when the next video you make is going to cause one of those ups. So it's really worth just sticking with it. Get through the hard times, because the hard times have so much to teach you. They teach you how to deal with your anxiety and your worry. They teach you how to focus on the things that actually matter. And they teach you to appreciate the ups. And persevering through those times of low viewership and low motivation and doing it anyway is when the most progress will happen. That will slowly increase the baseline amount of views that you're getting. But views aside, it's not just about that. It will increase your skills in video editing, your skills in communication, your skills in planning your videos, your skills in researching. All of these things will eventually have a compounding effect into making your videos even better than they ever were before. And the last point that I want to touch on in this section of things that I have learned is to work on your health. Not just your physical health, but your mental health. Because YouTube can be all-consuming. It can mentally take you into this world where you only think about the next video. You're desperately thinking of content. You're writing down a plethora of ideas. You have so many ideas, you can't even film them all. But you need to step away. You need time away from making videos. And it's important to work on a healthy relationship with making content. Do not let it consume you. And if you find it's getting to the point where you feel consumed by it, take a step back. Go outside, go for a walk, go to the gym, eat some healthy meals. If you treat your body better, your mind will improve too. And that's something that I've really tried to focus on over the past year, and I've found tremendous positives from doing it. The more time that I actually invest in looking after my body, working out, eating right, I actually find I have more motivation to make videos. So I do want to talk about those negatives a bit further. I want to talk about positives too, but I like to focus on the negatives first, get those out the way. YouTube can be very all-consuming, like I've just said. And if you fall into the rabbit hole of YouTube education, it becomes overwhelming, and you find that there's so many different channels and they're all kind of saying the same thing. They might say something like, work on your titles, work on your thumbnails, work on editing for retention. And you start to hear this again and again and again. And then you get suggested all sorts of YouTube channels and they're all saying the same thing, and it becomes overwhelming because everyone's trying to tell you that this is the one thing that you're missing. This is the one thing that will boost your viewership. This is the one thing that will get you to 1,000 subscribers. But I feel like they're all wrong. I feel like they're all wrong because it's not the fact that they're saying bad information, because a lot of what they're saying is true. It is valuable to work on your titles, your thumbnails, your scripting, all of those sort of things. But what really matters is the will to just want to make videos, and knowing that you can make videos during the hard times when views aren't coming in. I feel like that is the key skill that they're all sort of missing here. If you can get through those hard times, then you can sure as hell one day get to those good times. Analytics. This is another part of YouTube that is again all-consuming. You have immediate access to all the stats of your channel, who's watching it, how long they're watching it for, where they're from, how old they are, how your videos are performing, how your videos are performing badly, how many people are not watching your videos. It's a crazy amount of statistics, and you can get sort of addicted to checking it every minute. And you can even look at a live update of how many people are watching your videos in the past 60 minutes. And I can tell you, over the past year, the times where I felt my lowest, my most depressed and my least motivated was when I was looking at those analytics the most. They really played on my mind and made me feel bad about my channel, and made me start coming up with ideas that I didn't even want to make because I started chasing these analytics. I started thinking, would this video make me get more views? And they're not even videos that I'm even resonating with. I'm just thinking about those analytics. And if you are like me and you're getting stuck in analytical hell, close the app. Stop looking at the analytics for a bit. Take a break from it. So unless you're going in with an intention to actually look at some numbers, specific things that you're going to make and learn from and change going forward, is there any point even looking at it? You might just be setting yourself up for a sad time. So let's talk about comments. You will get negative comments, but there will be a lot of positive comments. But those negative comments, they really stick out and they get stuck in your head. Well, they get stuck in my head at least. I might read one comment and they took the idea that I was trying to say just slightly the wrong way, and that will just send me wild. But the thing is, I'll just find that I'll have to delete the comment, and I've found that to be the best approach. And it can be hard to get yourself away from the comments. And the way that I found to deal with this is to just check the comments and put it off, and don't respond to any of them. You can read them, but don't respond to any of them until you dedicate yourself some time to sit down and actually go through the comments. But sometimes it can be hard to get away from the comments because I get them all sent to my email, and I am addicted to checking my email. So I see every comment that I get come in to my inbox. And this again plays into analytics, because if you're getting comments, it means that your video is being watched. So even if it's a bad comment, it's a good thing. It's a good thing that you had this comment in the first place, because it means your video is being pushed. But now when I load up my inbox and I see there are no comments, there's nothing there. And now I know that the video is not performing well. And I know that everything that I'm making is being completely sent to no one. And it again makes me feel sad. So it's hard here. It is hard, but regarding comments, the best thing that I've found is to just set some time aside and reply to them later. With those ups and downs that I mentioned earlier, and most of the time being a down, there are just a lot of days where I just feel like a total failure. And this happens more often than I'd like to admit. Many days I'll find myself sat there just feeling like I've gone nowhere in life. The channel is not performing how I imagined it to, and it makes me feel crushed, and I have no motivation. But the thing is, like I said earlier, it's these times where you're in one of those downs when it's the best time to keep creating. Because at some point, inevitably, there will be an up. And not necessarily even if there is an up. Mentally, there might be an up. The views might just be the same, but you'll find some motivation again. You'll find a topic that you really want to talk about. So just persevere through those times when you're feeling low. But just know, if you are feeling like that, I've been feeling right there with you. Days I don't work on the channel feel like wasted days. I've beaten myself up many a time because I didn't do anything towards YouTube on a particular day. There might be a day, say on a weekend or a Sunday, where there's nothing to do. So I know I've got lots of free time to work on the channel, and I might just end up sitting there playing video games or watching YouTube for a couple of hours. And then I'll wish that I spent that time doing something else. I'll wish that I put it towards the channel. But it's like being self-employed. When you work from home, any time you could be working, but you're not working, feels like wasted time. And YouTube can easily feel like that. And I haven't really found a good boundary with this yet, but I do think if you set yourself certain hours where you are going to work on those videos, then it's going to make it a lot easier for you to contain that into a set amount of time, and don't beat yourself up over it. And sometimes this can all feel so stressful, and it can feel like a whole load of stress just to make a video that no one watches in the end. And that's why I want you to focus on not the views, not the subscribers that you're getting, but just the fact that you're making something. You got yourself to do something. That's incredibly important. You should be happy that you put something out there. You scheduled a video, you uploaded a video. That's better than not doing it. If making videos is something you want to do, you should celebrate making the videos, not how many views it may not have got. Because otherwise you're just going to be fueling that depression and sadness. Speaking of celebrating, let's finally talk about the positives, because there are a lot of positives. And one of the main positives for me is actually expressing myself. Taking the views and subscribers out of it and just thinking about the videos that I'm making. Being able to just stand here and communicate effectively and express myself feels fantastic. When I look back at the content library that I've made over the past year, it's cool to be able to have all of these videos, even if not many people are even watching them or even care. It's cool to make all of these videos and content. It makes me feel like I am a YouTuber. And in that same vein, I feel like I'm doing what I always wanted to do. I've got so many YouTube channels out there now, gaming channels, videos from 17 years ago. It's something that's been right here in the back of my head for many a year now. And this channel is 10 years old that I'm uploading to, and I've been trying here and there, uploading. I've gone through bouts of enthusiasm and then bouts where I just didn't upload for a long time. And it's only in the past year where I finally uploaded consistently. And it feels like I'm finally falling in line with the thing that I've been wanting to do for 17 years, and that's upload videos to YouTube. I'm finally actually meeting my goal. There's a sense of progression. My videos are slowly getting better. My communication skills are getting better. It's like leveling up in an MMO. It's like playing RuneScape, leveling up a certain skill to 99. And it takes a bloody long time, doesn't it? So it's no surprise that YouTube's the same. It's like leveling up to 99 in wood cutting. You have to cut down a lot of trees in RuneScape before you get to 99. Probably gonna have to upload a lot of YouTube videos. And over that time, it might feel like you're not leveling up, but each video is adding to that XP bar, and eventually you will level up. And along with that sense of progression is everything that I've learned. There's so many things that I've been learning and researching about. And again, those YouTube videos I talked about, there are valuable bits of information in all of those, and I've tried to implement things over the past year into certain videos, and some of those things have really helped. But there's so much to learn, from just recording a video to editing, those fundamental skills, and you can use those things in other jobs too. So there's a lot of things to celebrate with making YouTube videos. So the last question on my mind is, should you upload to YouTube too? Well, do you have something you want to talk about? Do you have a passion? Do you have a special interest? Then yes, try talking about it on video. It feels really good to just talk about the things that you're interested in. And if you are one of those people that has a burning passion about something, it's a fantastic way to express that, because you will connect with other people with the same interest as you. The algorithm is fantastic for that. If you want to talk about any topic in particular, it will connect you with people who are like you. And if you're interested in developing your filming skills, your lighting skills, your editing skills, your marketing skills, your communication skills, all of these things are up for grabs and to be learned by making YouTube videos. And if you find yourself with a passion for content creation, perhaps you've always wanted to be a YouTuber, but you just haven't made that move yet. Let me tell you this. Since I was 17 when I first engaged with YouTube and uploaded my first video, I know that I've wanted to be a YouTuber, whatever that may be. But I didn't realise that it wasn't the views that made you a YouTuber. It wasn't the subscribers that made you a YouTuber or the following. It was just the journey of making videos, the process. Just sitting down, talking to camera. Maybe it's recording gameplay. Maybe it's doing something on Discord or some sort of challenge. Just making videos, that makes you a YouTuber. It's the process. It's not the outcome. It's not the money. It's not the ad revenue. It's not the views, the subscribers. It's you. You making videos. And that's something I didn't realise deeply and truly until recently. I am a YouTuber, and it doesn't matter about what comes from that. Thanks for watching.